Well, it's finally time. It's time to talk about the creatures that we have been dreading ever since we decided we'd be doing the living creature sets. It's finally time to talk about parasitic worms. We've been putting it off for as long as possible, you may have noticed. Nightmares of Nature was cut off 3 episodes in that last go around, and we have pretty obviously been saving this go around for the last time this cycle. So, yeah, no one is really excited to talk about these things. In fact, just describing them makes my skin crawl. Ugh. And I didn't want Eric to talk about them either because I feel like he would somehow make them even sound worse than they actually are. Ugh. But we made a promise. We promised that we would look at every single card that comes out of this series and talk about its real life animal. So, how are we going to approach this, you may ask? Well, the answer is quite simple. We get someone who isn't as bothered by parasites and who actually knows what they're talking about. So, please give a warm welcome to Mr. G's cousin, Merritt von Leusmenberg. Hello, everyone. My name is Merritt von Leusmenberg. You might be familiar with my globally wanted little brother, but regardless, I am what's known as a parasitologist, meaning I study parasites. As such, I have built up quite a bit of tolerance to talking about them, unlike some other people who are very squeamish. Now, in order to cut back on the potential grossness factor of this video, we will not be showing any actual images of the creatures. We will instead be showing drawings. However, if even just the discussion of what parasites do is enough to squick you out, I recommend you watch another video. So, all ashore that's going ashore, I guess. Let's get started. Our first parasite we're talking about today is the infamous tapeworm. Tapeworms are nasty little creatures that can be obtained by eating the meat of other animals. Tapeworms, when they enter your body, will end up positioning themselves in your digestive system, where they will feed off the nutrients found in food, causing massive hunger to the host since they're not getting properly nutrientized, or whatever the term is. As such, people with tapeworms will become incredibly hungry as the worm keeps sapping away the nutrients from the foods they eat, eventually leading to malnourishment. Now, tapeworms are easy to prevent, just don't eat raw meat. Like, seriously, don't eat raw meat. Like, I cannot stress this enough. Do not eat raw meat and you won't get a tapeworm. So yeah, they're pretty simple creatures to avoid, but very, 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 very bad if you actually get one. Next, we have whipworms, which are the creatures that they're talking about when they say something as worms. Whipworms are often found in dirt and often enter humans by unwashed vegetables that have dirt on them. When inside the body, the whipworm will end up lodging itself in the intestines where it'll suck blood from the sidelines. So, yeah, not very fun. You can tell something has whipworms because of bloody poop and things like that. So, yeah, that's even more lovely. I should stress though, just like every other worm in this video, it's not just humans who can get 'em. Basically most mammals get 'em. There's different species of worms for different animals and things like that. Also, fun fact, whipworms actually have sexual dimorphism. A male's body is curly, while a female's is straight. So, good for them, I guess. In order to avoid whipworm, make sure that any vegetable that you home grow yourself is thoroughly washed before eating. You don't need to worry much about store-bought organics since they're usually washed when they're harvested. So yeah, all well and good there. Finally, we got hookworm. Oh boy, these guys. Imagine whipworms, but on steroids. And you have a good idea of hookworms are like. Hookworms enter the body through cuts when exposed to infected soil, and just like whipworms, they will suck the blood of their host. Yeah. Yeah. Now, there's not actually much to say about hookworms that haven't already been said about whipworms, since once again they're an intestinal parasite that sucks on blood and it enters the body through the consumption of dirt. So there's really not much more to say here. They're not really particularly any deadlier than whipworms, they're just a different species that operates the same way. You know, convergent evolution and things like that. So remember kids, cook your meats and wash your veggies. Because, trust me, worms are not fun. Not fun at all. Well, according to the script I got, I'm supposed to talk about cards now, so let's give 'em a look-see. Alright, the tapeworm card is fine, and the whipworm is fine. But as for the hookworm, as far as I can tell, the Uncinaridae family isn't really used anymore, so yeah, that's a thing right there, so 9 out of 10. I don't need to talk about human relations, since that's basically what I've been doing this entire video. So, I guess this is the end for me. I gotta go back to the lab now. Well, I've been Merritt von Luespenberg, and for all of those who managed to stomach through this video, I hope you enjoyed yourself. We'll see you guys next time with a less, disturbing animal. Goodbye.